everybody.
Hello, welcome back to Mike and Platter. I'm so excited to be back. Or hey, I'm so excited to be back. Are you excited?
I am too. It's been a couple weeks now, maybe even 3.
Why has it been so long, anyways?
The
Explain.
holidays,
Holidays,
COVID, people getting sick.
Right, everybody's getting sick, all that stuff. Yeah, and now we're back
Normal.
for some more. Ooh, wow, there's
Normal
some funny
poopy
stuff
caca.
going on. Hold on, I'm gonna do a little adjustment here, if
What
you
are you
don't
gonna do?
mind. Hang on a second. I seem to be just a little bit too
Pale?
Let me put my arm up there.
Whoa, what's it doing?
You're watching movie magic, folks. That's right.
What the hell? You made it worse.
What?
Look at that.
Whoa, major delay, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Is it your computer?
Yeah, it must be. There must be like some.
No, it looks the same. No, it's good.
Okay, well, good enough. Good enough for showbiz. All right. Anyways, we're back. Glad to have you back, you guys. And tonight we are going to talk about something very near and dear to our heart. You know what that is, Poppy?
Aliens?
Yes, but what specifically?
Alien theories? Secrets? Spaceships?
Okay, dig a little deeper.
The master plan.
The master plan. Okay, no. See,
The
I'm going to fix it.
Matrix.
Okay, there's my hand right there. I'm going to fix this right now. Give me a second. Hold on. Ew, it's so gross. There we go.
Foo's gone wild.
All better. Okay. Back.
Awesome. Love it.
You know what? This looks a little dark, doesn't it?
No, it's fine. Just leave it before you
Oh,
fuck
okay,
something up.
fine.
Let's
Okay.
get to talking.
You know what? But let's first say hello. Let's
Hello.
get out
Cheers,
to our
everybody.
little drink. We're gonna have tonight. We're gonna have offshoot beer. Relax. Oh, it's so delicious. Oh my god.
Is it?
Yes. So in 3, and 2, and 1. Oh, good googly.
I said I wasn't going to drink beer, but I will because I haven't seen you in a long time.
That's right.
And
yeah. Cheers, Poppy.
why not?
Thanks, buddy. Oh god, that's delicious. Go, Jorge.
Wow.
Okay, so let's talk about this awesome subject tonight while I warm up our guest.
You actually put corns in there?
Yeah, it's a popcorn machine.
So this is
Should
our
we
guest.
pull our guest a little closer? Grab that side. Grab that side. Pull him a little closer. This is our guest tonight, Mr. Popcorn Machine. He's here to entertain us. So
What's
what we're gonna
what's
do?
he doing now?
Gonna put our little movie theater flavored butter popcorn salt. We're gonna put in our give you a heart attack oil, butter flavored. Ooh.
Jesus.
And then we're gonna put in our little kernel skis.
Okay.
All right. So where's my measuring cups? Now, what I did was, okay, this is pretty cool. Before we get into the alien stuff, my daughter and I spent half a day batching a bunch of different popcorns to get the recipe just right, and we've got it all figured out. So each one is measured. There's the salt. There's the oil.
That much oil?
There's the corns. Well, it's instead of butter. So, anyways.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, you let the machine heat up, right? It's pretty cool, you know. go to the
Wouldn't butter
machine.
be healthier?
Here's our guest. Hey, popcorn machine, what do you think? Should we make popcorn?
Good.
Okay, all
I
right.
think
We're
he's
gonna
all
make
for it.
popcorn. Okay, we're all for it. So we go in here. There's this little lid here. So, Poppy, first we start with the salt. Oh, there's our salt. Okay. Okay, salt's in. I just got the salt in there. Did I spill it everywhere?
No.
Is it in there?
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's
it's
in
burning up. Hang on, let me turn this off. No, actually what that is, that's the oil. Okay, now we get our oily.
We're dying tonight. A fiery death.
You get a full thing of oil. There it is.
Oh, you want me to do it? I don't want you to
Here,
strain yourself.
pour it in there.
All right.
Now Poppy the popcorn machine is talking. Good.
He's like, yummy, yummy for my tummy.
Yeah. Okay, get all that oil out of there because it's really messy. And lastly, we've got little kernel of corns bag. All right, sweet. Okay. Can get that open.
Wow, he got signature select kernels.
It was getting pricey. Pour that in there. Close the lid, would you, Poppy? And throw those. Throw those last little kernels in there.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to pick them up.
All right.
They're slippery. These little buggers.
So yeah, there it is.
Wow.
Happy little popcorn machine. And close that, yeah, and then it'll do its thing.
That handle doesn't have COVID all over it, does it?
No, I wash this thing like once or twice a week. Like fully scour it down.
Is that why it's all rusted in the inside?
Yeah, where's the rest of it? Oh yeah, it's just old, you know. I bought it online, so you know, off up. Okay, anyhow, so we're gonna pop some popcorn and then we're gonna talk about our big subject tonight.
Which is?
Did you know that humanity is not running the show here? Did you know that? It's not us, it's not me, it's not you. It's not all those people that say they're in charge. Who is it, Poppy?
My guess is in Intergalactic Species that's been around for millions and billions and zillions of years. And they have a firm, tight grasp around our neck. And the world's leaders are in on it. Similar to our last episode that you should check out, where we talk about They Live and how it's actually a documentary. Think about that one.
Yeah, that's right. It is
anyway,
a documentary.
It ties in. Why? Because, I mean, Drake's equation.
Drake's equation.
Okay, so
Ooh, do you hear that popcorn?
Oh, yeah.
Sizzling. Oh, my God. There it goes.
Look at it, steaming.
Oh. Oh.
This is amazing.
Whoa. So, now, Poppy, I think it's more than just an intergalactic species. I think it's a whole continuum of different species.
Okay.
Oh my God! Oh, like look at this thing go! Look at the popcorn popping! Oh yes, it's like alien popcorn. Look at the screen. It's alien popcorn.
Those aliens are doing it on top of the machine.
Oh hey, look at that! Look at that! Just you're funny, Poppy. Okay, I think it's done. So then we turn it off.
That's it?
Spin it one more time to get all the other stuff out. There we go. And you now have a delicious
treat.
Nutritious popcorn. Yeah, look at my yummy popcorn. Rad.
Tastes like select kernels.
Select kernels. So anyways, I was saying I think it's a continuum of multiple species.
Okay. Elaborate.
Well, you have to have, it can't just be one, right? Just like you can't just have one kernel of this popcorn. There has to be multiple species out there that are evolved, because eventually they're all going to figure out that each other are there. And then there has to be some kind of cooperation, right?
Okay.
Unless they're just going to go around and try to conquer each other.
So
eventually, if they're strong enough, they're gonna say, okay, that one's strong, I'm strong, let's work together. And from what I understand, I don't know if you used to listen to Art Bell.
Okay.
This is when I was younger. There's a guy named Art Bell, and he was talking about how there's a galactic federation, just like in Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I believe it.
My theory is that this planet is a biological reserve. We're kind of fucking it up, but I think they're gonna,
Yeah, but if a species has been around that long, they could probably terraform it and bring it back to normal, right?
In no time. Yeah, we're like an aquarium, and like when a kid has an aquarium and he's got lizards and frogs and all that stuff. Like my son loves all that shit.
Or more like an alien ant farm.
That's right. We're an alien ant farm. So, whatever you want to call it. An aquarium full of creatures. Sorry, as we're munching on popcorn. Yum. Nom, nom. I think the tank's getting too dirty. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks disgusting. So anyway,
It's time to it's time to man groom the aquarium. Time to shave.
so the reason we bring this up on this episode is because I came across a video. And the video is a collection of images from NASA's stereo satellites.
Okay.
Now, there are 2 satellites in orbit. Just one on the left side called A, one on the right side called B. And opposite sides of the Earth. And they are pretty damn far away. So they can get a clear image of everything. You know what, right? So far away that when it sends in these images and it creates like a stop motion picture of it, you can see the Earth like a tiny little ball, right? Like a little speck almost, and you could barely see the moon. That's how far away it is, even though really it's not as far as, like, let's say, the sun. But crazy how much this thing captures around us. So these stereo satellites showed an image, and last year,
This image right here.
yeah,
Yummy popcorn.
and this let's call it like a GIF, right? So this GIF was showing the Earth, the moon. You can kind of see it, and maybe like a comet zooming by, and you see, I think it's Mercury or whatever. But then you see the sun in the far right or the far left, and you're seeing the eruptions from the sun, right? Like solar flares, just kind of zooming by.
Mm-hmm.
But right behind the Earth, you see this little circle, this little wheel with like a diamond shape right inside of it. So it's just a wheel, right, with a diamond inside. And I showed it before in a previous episode.
Okay, we've seen this before?
Yeah. So remember when I showed you a picture and it was like a circle and it was literally like a little diamond, like a star, like a ninja star inside of it, and it was so fucking big. It was bigger than the Earth. You remember that?
I think okay, I think I do. Almost
it was
like
like
it's
black
almost
and
like
white.
yeah,
It was a
okay,
black
I do
and
remember
white.
that one. Yeah. Okay.
So it's the same thing that I showed you. And it's like moving, dude, at incredible speeds, right? And as the sun is like erupting, and the comet is flying by, you see this thing kind of come up behind the Earth, get in front of it, and then you see like this weird kind of projection, right? Like an arc projection. And I guess what this image does, this satellite, is it picks up like radio signals, right? It bounces off objects, yeah. So if there's something there, it'll bounce back and it'll give you an image, almost like a 3D and image of it. So you see this thing kind of shoot out, like it's protecting us or something. So as I watched it, like my mind just started racing, and I thought, man, like what if that little wheel, that huge wheel, is like a really big spaceship, right? Like an intergalactic ship with a bunch of intergalactic beings and species that are shielding the Earth from, let's say,
Solar radiation
or something more, whatever else is happening, right? And then I got to thinking even deeper. Oh, why would they do that? Right? They always say, oh, if aliens were here, they would come in
because
kill
we're
us
a
all,
biological
right?
reserve. No, we're a biological reserve.
Yeah, I get it,
if they
but
wanted to wipe us out, dude, they would have wiped us out so.
But think about it.
ago.
Oh yeah, true.
And how do you know they haven't wiped us out already a long time ago? Like all the pyramids that are still around. Maybe there was a war. Maybe it got wiped out before, and then they repopulated with a new species because the other one was, I don't know, who knows? Maybe there was some warfare that we don't know about.
True.
So it makes you all of a sudden think about Scientology.
I like that thinking. So I started thinking, okay, like let's say this intergalactic species has been in cahoots with the world leaders for a very long time, right? It's happened for generations, millennium,
right?
They're just protecting their investment. And what do the world leaders do in exchange? Oh, we'll let you have human DNA, so you can do whatever it is that you want with it. Experiment,
yeah.
colonize another planet, do something, whatever. But how
there's
else?
a factual exchange. There's facts in the the released government files
Mm-hmm.
from the Freedom of Information Act that specifically show that there was meetings with extraterrestrials with some of our earlier presidents. All that information's out there, so it makes sense. You
Okay.
know,
So now think of it like this: what if this species was like, okay, you know what? We need more DNA. We need more. How can you do something that'll benefit you and me without having to, having us to abduct millions of people? They got to thinking. They sat around on their big round table, right?
mm-hmm.
Drinking coffee, eating popcorn,
Yeah, drinking beer.
drinking beer,
Mm-hmm.
drinking offshoot beer, and this episode not sponsored by Offshoot. So they get around and they start thinking, oh, you know what? What if we release a sickness?
What if we
A
release
disease.
the hounds?
We blame it on China, or we do it from China in Wuhan.
Wow.
We release
Dude, this is so rad. This is like freaking right on the money, dude.
right. We
Gotta be.
release this sickness, and we release it out to the public. We get everybody fucking scared, right? And we're only going to let it affect certain people, so it doesn't affect everybody. Strongest will survive, right? Kind of thing. And all of a sudden, people start dying. More of the older person, or the what's the word that I'm looking for?
Boomers, boomer, doomer, remover,
Yeah. But people who are more
corrupted or
no people
genetically
who,
imperfect or
yeah, but
evil. They're trying
no,
to weed
who's-
something
who's-
out.
Who's more prone to getting sick? What's the word I'm looking for?
Diabetics?
I guess, yeah. No, the at risk.
At risk. Okay.
So people who are at risk.
Immunocompromised.
Okay,
Immunocompromised. Okay,
Thank
there
you
go.
very much. Jesus Christ. It's the popcorn.
Take you a long time to spit that one out, motherfucker.
Yeah. Immunocompromised.
Yeah.
Start dying. Millions of people
You're
start
like
to die.
lingual compromised.
Yeah. And then they said, "Hey, we're going to release this vaccine, right? It's got something super secret in it that no one's going to tell you about, but the super secret stuff is mRNA. How weird. And we're going to need you to get tested, probably on a weekly basis, every day or every month. Everybody has to, right? For work, to be out and about, to show proof or whatever, right? All this shit, all these rules, these new rules, just to freak people out over this little flu. And all of a sudden, you'll be driving down the street and you see, a parking lot in a college just full of fucking people, lines, right? Just around the block, a mile long, of people just getting swabbed on their cheek, right? All these tests.
I'm testing negative all the time. They're like, no, dude, you did a
There
good
you
job
go.
the first time. You dug real deep in your nose. We got all your
Oh,
shit.
yeah. So
We got your profile negative.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So now the aliens are like, oh, perfect. That's a good idea. Take all that DNA and give it to us. And in exchange, we'll give you technology, protection, knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Sexual.
No, that makes sense. That makes absolute sense. It's like, okay, here's an opportunity to take the natural biodiversity that has evolved over God knows how many thousands of years, and you've got a huge gene pool with billions of people on the planet, and you can get all this DNA, and you can see how nature wants to mutate, how nature wants to, how does Darwin's theories of natural selection actually work, and how does it translate, and why, and how certain advanced genetic profiles mutate and change, and which ones get passed on, and how does it get spread culturally. I mean, it's a huge freaking study.
And think about it. This intergalactic species, like, they're so far advanced, they don't need to go in there and destroy shit anymore. They can be smart about it. Avoid conflict, right? They're too good for that shit. They know they could fuck us up. Easy. So they just come up with the plan. Get our DNA. Offer us protection. That video that I'm about to show you happened last year. So it's like, oh, look at that. We got to protect these motherfuckers now.
Ah, yeah, all
We
right.
still don't have enough DNA.
You want to check this out?
Let's check it out.
Which
see what you
it's a
think.
video, right?
Yes. I think it's the first one you have up there.
Okay, here you go.
So I don't know if you guys can zoom in, but here, look, I'll explain the video a little bit. So all that shit that you see, right, that flowing smoke that's coming from the left, that is the sun and all the solar flares, right? And that's telling you that that's the object right behind it. That circle with a line through it, that's the Earth. I think those two glowing things on the left and the right of us,
Magnetosphere.
magnetic sphere.
Yep.
And okay,
Look at that.
now
Look at that.
You see that thing on the left?
Yeah, it just stopped a solar discharge of some sort.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's like a shield.
Okay, so is there a way
Interesting.
you can play that and then pause it? Okay, let's look at
So
it
there's
again.
the solar flares on the
There's solar
left.
flare, yep, and there's another planet in front of us. That's the ball on the left. That's not the moon. And then there's you see that what looks to be a comet just kind of zooming by, but then that circle thing that was behind the Earth gets in front of the Earth. Look, it's pointing at that circle thing. See it? It's like
Yep.
a circle with a wheel, and it's got like this diamond shape inside of it. Somehow it gets right in front of the Earth. Boom. Then it lets off this little projection. Look at that. Let's zoom in. Hold on, it'll do it. Freeze frame. Enhance. Look at that.
Dude.
Dude, that projection thing, whatever that was,
Mm-hmm.
is probably like 3 times the size of Earth.
Okay, so
Maybe even
like
2.
60,000 miles
So
wide.
it's got to be fucking huge because that wheel that was in the background is like the size of the Earth, if not bigger.
But here's my question: where did that video come from? What was
So-
videoing that? Was that like a telescope in space, or what
No,
was it?
so that going back to what I was saying earlier about the stereo satellites, A and B, the ones that NASA put out there. So there's 2 satellites out there that record stereo images,
Okay.
and there's one on the left side and one on the right side.
Did somebody hack that and like get
No.
a hold of that data, or
So-
is that publicly
so
available?
It's publicly available, and you can go online to stereo.gsfc.nasa.gov, and I have I have it up right now, and you can go in there and you can search up images. That's what it looks like. See, those are the 2 little satellite things, one on the left, one on the right, circling Earth, just keeping track of it, right? And what it does is that it takes pictures and it submits them to this website. NASA uploads them. And the weird thing is, I don't know if NASA even keeps track of them or if they edit them. Obviously, what we saw now didn't look edited. But you can go in there and you can search up any date and search up as many images as you want. And it can put them together as like a movie or like a slideshow, or like in GIF form, like what we just saw now. And you can view this stuff.
And you know what? I don't even know if they have algorithms that can pick up those anomalies to even know to look for that.
Dude, there would have to be somebody that's getting paid a lot of money at NASA or somewhere to doctor and keep track of every image that goes in.
I don't think they can afford that.
Who the fuck's going to do that?
They're too busy making money right now.
Exactly. Who's going to go through all those fucking images? It's like working on a stop motion film. You got millions of images. You're just going to, oh, yeah.
I don't know if you
go through 'em.
remember, I told you the whole story about my college professor when I was at Santa Monica College and how they were ordering all those
Oh,
NASA pictures during the lunar missions, and some pictures showed up at his friend's door, and they fucking had images of ships and spaceships that were crashed and bases, all kinds of stuff on the backside of the moon. So they finally figured it out because it was a very limited amount of information that was getting out to the public. But this is like millions of frames a day, you know?
so and what year was this?
That was the 70s, the Apollo missions.
No. When you were in college and your teacher got a hold of these images.
He didn't get a hold of them. His friend got a hold of them
Okay.
back in the late 70s when they were doing the Apollo missions,
So they showed him,
mid-late 70s.
or he got a hold of them somehow, or they showed it to him.
Uh-huh.
And then I think you said that they came knocking on his door asking for him, right?
Yeah, after like 2 or 3 days, the men in black showed up at the door, told him we need your pictures back, all of them.
The men in plaid.
The men in plaid, yes. We're here to take your pictures, you fucking wanker. You better hand over those fucking pictures. We're gonna have our way with you, you cunt.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know.
Then he didn't get charged or anything. They just said, "Give us the pictures, and you're good. You're
Yeah,
scot free."
but from what I hear about the Men in Black, and I remember we did a Men in Black episode on this podcast, and we showed that video of those guys that come in the door. Apparently, the Men in Black they look really freaking creepy, and they have telepathic abilities, and they can kind of manipulate your mood and your consciousness a little bit to make you feel like you have to kind of submit to them.
If you ever want to spot one, just look for anybody that's 6 feet or taller with very strong Nordic features.
See, the Nordics could be, you know,
Because I don't think the Men in Black will go around looking like reptilians. But there are people out there that look very Nordic, right?
it's yeah, okay. So the Nordics, the thing about the Nordics is
No, Eric.
they're very human looking. You can barely tell that they're not humans.
Yeah, but when I see a picture of a super white person, I'm like, holy shit, this person could be an alien.
Yeah, it's like
And it's always a Nordic person from the north,
yeah,
from the mountains of
the
Iceland.
Nordlanders.
Yeah.
The Nordlanders, you pasty whites. You're so freaking white. Hey, don't you have a? Speaking of, he said. I mean, obviously they wouldn't just show up as reptilians and come and be Men in Black, because that would just be a dead giveaway, right?
Yep. Maybe, or maybe they do. Maybe
Hey, didn't you have a video on the whole reptilian?
the cartoon.
Yeah, cartoon.
So
You got to talk about that.
I pulled this from Instagram, and one of the pages I follow. I don't know what cartoon it is or anything, but I mean the whole
Do you
thing is
remember
they're
which
saying
page
that
it
they're
is that you which page is it that you?
yeah,
pulled from?
it's on the video itself. I think.
Okay.
Oh, you have the video.
Okay.
So anyway, they're trying to say, you know, they're exposing the truth and kind of implementing, you know, they're pushing this idea that this stuff exists, right? And maybe you could say, oh yeah, they're just entertaining it because there are a bunch of people that believe this kind of shit because they're always saying that celebrities are reptilians, and there's reptilians amongst, you know, world leaders and whatever. So I mean, I get it. It could be a joke, but you never know. Aliens were a joke at one point, and look at all the shit that we're seeing now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, no one ever thought we could fly at supersonic speeds, but look at us now. No one thought we could get to the moon. Look at us now.
I know.
So,
that
hello?
Hollywood basement, it really worked out.
Yeah, right?
All right. Let's look at this video. Let's see what's going on.
You could probably hear it. You see that little thing floating? That's the page. I don't know what it says.
There's no audio. Oh, these people turning into reptiles. And they're drinking blood at a ball. Okay.
Well, if you couldn't hear it,
Here, let's play it one more time. That was kind of
yeah.
quick. Here's some royalty. Is that
it's
the Queen
Taylor
of England?
Swift and the King of England.
Queen of England.
And Taylor Swift is saying, oh, you
Oh
know,
dear.
Taylor Swift is saying, oh, that song "Shake It Off" is actually about me shedding my skin because she's a reptilian.
God.
And then
She's a hot reptilian, dude.
really, I don't really find her attractive.
No,
She's like a little mouse.
dude, you gotta
Like a tall mouse.
She's looking like a Nordic mouse. She's a Nordic mouse.
She probably got exiled because she wasn't pretty enough. Yeah, that chick that you
Aw.
like is pretty.
Which one?
The one that sings "Voices Carry."
Oh, Amy Mann.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And she looked Nordic as fuck,
Oh yeah.
but she is fine.
She's like Nordic alien. She's like Nordic reptilian mix.
Hmm?
For
Taylor,
sure.
Taylor Swift don't look like that.
Nah. Probably.
But, and then that third alien, that guy, is Paul Rudd. And he's like, save some blood for Paul Rudd. And they're not drinking wine, they're drinking blood.
Dude, that's so gnarly.
I mean, could be a
Gnarly up there.
adult cartoon, but kids watch it too. Right? Young minds watch it. High school kids, middle school kids. Think about it.
I don't know. You think these younger generations even give a fuck, or they're just like watching all this and going, "What do we do about it?"
You know what? I think it's more like the way I feel about it now. You know, when I was younger, I used to always you know, dream about knowing more, and I used to hunt the idea and spend countless hours online and looking for every connection, and you know, I was hungry for all this information. And at the end of the day, it's like, at the end of the day, I could never find anything that was true, right? Everything was just whatever, you know, a fact or fiction, whatever. But now it's just kind of like, okay, I've seen everything happen in my lifetime. Not everything, but a lot of things, and a lot has happened in these past 3 years. But it's like I've just accepted like whatever happens happens. I don't really care anymore about all this information. I just
Well, I think you care. It's you're still fascinated by it, but you've. I think
fascinated like I used to be.
You said it
No.
well. Like at some point, you just get to a point of acceptance where you're like, all right, it's there. I don't have any control over it, but it's neat to ponder. Okay, where is it going? Where's it actually going? So that's where we're here. We're here to theorize where this is all going.
Yeah, as far as like being super into it, I feel like the new generation's just gonna get used to it and be like, oh, whatever, it's a normal thing, right? It's like using all these pronouns.
But see, that's
Everybody's normal. Nobody cares
that's where
anymore.
I think we
Everybody's
need
doing
to
their
we
thing.
need to jump into this because we are sentient beings. We have souls. We have consciousness. We have all this, and we're part of this process. And shouldn't we have some control over it? I mean, shouldn't we have some say in where this is gonna go? Especially the people like us, like you and me. We adopt these more humble lifestyles, and we're not looking to dominate people and be murderous, killers of the masses and wage war and take more resources than we actually need.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's more of a representation of humanity than what's at the top right now.
Mm-hmm. Right. That. Well,
So we should be heard too.
I have one more thing.
Okay.
So there's this book called Voyagers: The Secrets of Amenti,
Okay.
Volume 2. And it's by Ashayana Diane.
There it is. Okay.
All right, second edition. So this book was published a while ago, and I mean a while ago. All right.
Some wisdoms are ancient.
Now, let's look at this page real quick. Talks about planet Nibiru, right up top, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Earth's electrical magnetic field was not properly realigned with its natural Palladian spiral alignment of the universal star, the Earth will be forced into a polar shift as of the 2000 to 2017 stellar activation cycle process. Okay, whatever. And look at this right here. Earth pole shift drama in hopes that the human Anunnaki hybrid races of Earth could be spared by this catastrophic destiny. The Anunnaki legions chose to enter the 1992 Palladian-Syrian agreements only because their original takeover plans had been somewhat thwarted by human Illuminati Zeta Treaty agreements of the 1930s, though through which the Omicron, Draconian, and Adedicron reptilian legions gained in anticipated strategic advantage over Anunnaki influence in the contemporary Earth drama.
You see, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's a contingency of intergalactic species that are all battling for ultimate control. So the power struggles that you see on the planet, those are power struggles that are being influenced by the different species that are out there, and they all influence different cultures and different little, factions. And who knows, maybe their different unique DNAs are mixed into those different cultures. Which is why we look so different. Because how could in 2,000-3,000 years of evolution, if you give the Christian doctrine of the Bible, or 3,000 or 4,000 years of being in existence here, how could we all look so freaking different? And if you look at the natural laws of evolution and how long it takes for things to evolve, I mean, who knows? And they add in the whole alien thing. Maybe there's multiple species that have multiple camps of hybrid humans. Maybe that's different ethnicities. Who knows? And their seed is in them, and they use the different cultures as pawns for their war games here on Earth in this alien ant farm. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah, you think I'm onto something there?
Yeah, you are onto something. Check this out. It says the Anunnaki broke the original 1992 agreements of shared human and Meshalectic co-guardianship of Earth's Templar,
Oh, there you go. There you
and
go.
attempted to use their trump card of holding Solar Stargate 4 as a means to blackmail the founders into placing human destiny under their thumb of Anunnaki race supremacy.
Mm.
To agree to such a demand will represent the equivalent of selling Earth humanity into a perpetual Anunnaki slavery and the hidden forbidden history of Earth.
Okay, so the Anunnaki slavery is very, very. It's kind of systemic of what you would see in Egypt or any
Yep.
of these pyramid-based structures, where that pyramid shape, the male shape, the male dominant shape, is. And I'm just kind of pulling at some stuff out of the air here about all my memories about male, female, but so it seems like all those structures where there was pyramids, there was insane, brutal slavery.
Yep. Yeah.
Crazy.
Right? Open your eyes, people.
Dude. Y'all best recognize.
Mm-hmm. Recognize, motherfucker. Anunnaki game, bitch.
That's so funny. Oh my god, dude.
Get fucking get vaporized, motherfucker.
Sorry if I'm eating all the popcorn.
Oh, it's all right, man.
Good stuff, huh?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I would go a little less on the salt, though.
Was it too much salt?
A little bit.
Make you feel a little bloated?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like my blood pressure is like
You
at
gotta
170
gotta go
over
through the
over
roof.
90.
You feel like your guts are gonna bloat out.
Yeah.
Right. Well, dude, I got to tell you, man, this was a great topic, and I don't know where you got that book from, but I think we need to dig more into that book, because that to me, that is the epitome of this whole alien ant form theory, this whole Earth biosphere. I don't know if I want to call it a reserve, but it's almost like they're mining something here, or many things, because this place is special.
Yeah.
This planet is special. It's very special.
Agreed. And
the biodiversity we have here, I mean, just it's an amazing planet.
I know. And you have to really open your eyes to a lot of things, right? Like, you could pick up this book, and it's called Voyagers too. And
Here, pull up the cover so they can see it.
there you go. And look at the artwork on there.
Zoom in on it, would you?
Very spiritual.
Very.
Wow.
When was this written?
2002. 20 years ago. So,
I've been hearing about these stories, these types of stories, forever. The Anunnaki, the Nordics, the different types of reptilians, the grays, the pinks, and the list goes on. The Pleiadians, I know some of those are Pleiadians that I just mentioned before, but there's definitely a bigger picture here, and we're I don't know, at what point, what's the tipping point where it all just fully exposes itself?
well, I guess when they decide to present themselves. How? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can cover it up all they want, the government, but it's really going to take a being of, otherworldly origin to show up in the flesh, like in Mars Attacks. But, come in peace.
Well, there was several do not mess with the humans specifically encounters, like the Great Air Raid
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah?
over Los Angeles. Remember that?
Yep. How could I forget? I'm from there.
Yep. So they present themselves all the time, just not in they obviously they don't think we're worthy of,
No, I mean, especially after that day, they
Knowing
fucking
that.
straight up shot their ship.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, hey, calm down.
Watch out, the natives are getting restless. Time to back up and move the cameras back. Move the cameras back. Don't interfere with them naturals. natives doing them thing.
Is that how they talk? But
Yeah.
in their alien voice?
Yeah.
Crazy. Open your eyes, everybody. Read this book. You should pick it up. This is some shit that Billy
Hey,
Carson...
one more time, show it.
Yeah, I'm showing it right here. And this is some shit that Billy Carson would pick up. And it's probably on his shelf, right? And he's read it like 5 times. So...
Probably.
You know, give it a read. Enlighten yourself. Think beyond. Think further. Think outside of the box. Think outside this world. Think outside of this planet. I just said that. This solar system, right? Everything. Think further.
Think beyond what you think is your understanding of the physical world, the mathematics, the science, everything. Just because you don't understand it, or just because you can't prove that it doesn't exist, it doesn't mean it doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's like believing in religion.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, seriously. Yeah, that's actually, dude, Poppy, word, bro. That was like a really good analogy.
Yeah. I mean, if you could believe that there is a floating man up in the clouds, and you can worship this person that sacrificed himself for our sins, you can believe in something.
Yeah, something more advanced than you. I mean, if you can believe in something that's omniscient, omnipresent, all-loving, all-knowing, you know, that has all this power, if you can believe that, why can't you believe something that's in between that? You know?
Yeah.
Just saying.
And give it time. Something not of this world will present itself very soon in your lifetime. And you have to think about that. It's going to happen in your lifetime. Doesn't matter if it's now, next year, when you're 60, it's going to happen. And you'll see.
Well, the thing is, these things present themselves all the time. It's just whether you're there or not to see it.
I mean, like, it's going to present itself to everybody.
Okay, so you're getting philosophical now. You're talking about the difference between general revelation and specific revelation. Specific revelation is something that can be experienced for some people some of the time. General revelation means can be experienced by all people all the time.
General, Eric. General.
Yeah. You guys, thanks for listening. Mike on a Platter. Like, subscribe, bring your friends back. We'll step it up this year because I think we kind of took a little break there during the holidays. But
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah, right? I mean, come on, man. We got lives too. It ain't all about corporate America.
Fuck y'all, motherfuckers.
Yeah, try to keep y'all entertained every single day before you go on to the next 1,000 things you're gonna flip through real quick on your Instagram and your TikTok.
Yeah. Fuck y'all, Anunnaki haters, motherfucker.
Y'all better cancel Anunnaki, motherfucker.
Cancel Anunnaki.
Yeah.
Cancel Christmas in Nibiru, motherfucker.
That's right. You best better recognize Nibiru.
Nibiru. You and your fucking cheeseburger meat.
Have y'all been to Nibiru? Great place. Been there a few times myself.
Alrighty, everybody.
All right, you guys.
Have a good night.
And peace out.
Yeah.